You finally land the promotion, the perfect relationship, or that creative breakthrough you have been working toward for years. But instead of celebrating, you pick a fight with your partner, blow off your deadlines, or feel a wave of sudden dread. Humans are taught to pursue happiness above all else, yet we frequently manufacture crises the moment things align. This behavior stems from your biological happiness tolerance, an internal limit that your brain actively maintains. Identifying the mechanics of this limit allows you to stop subconsciously destroying the goals you have worked hardest to achieve. To understand this sabotage, look to our ancestors. The primitive brain that allowed Homo sapiens to outlast other hominids evolved to keep us alive. Homo sapiens is the species of all modern humans, distinguished by a large brain and the ability to think complexly. To a survival-wired brain, safety is synonymous with familiarity. Predictability means survival. When your brain is accustomed to stress or struggle, it codes those states as safe, even if they result in misery. Psychologist Gay Hendricks uses the term upper limit to describe the fixed threshold of joy we allow ourselves before becoming uncomfortable. This graph illustrates our capacity for positive emotion. We operate on a flat comfort baseline. When success pushes our experience past the ceiling, the brain interprets the new reality as foreign. In a survival context, foreign equals dangerous. Sudden anxiety during a period of success indicates a biological misfire. Your brain has simply exceeded its familiar comfort zone and is trying to return to what it knows. This alarm manifests through the knowing-doing gap. It is a psychological phenomenon where an individual knows the best course of action, but continues to do something else anyway. We intellectually grasp the steps to improve our lives, but we physically choose familiar misery to avoid the vulnerability of change. We also tend to misinterpret the presence of fear. Indifference indicates a total lack of investment and is usually a sign that a path is wrong for you. Fear, however, requires deep interest. You only feel it when you are moving towards something you genuinely care about. To manage this anxiety, many of us turn to numbing. Research professor Brené Brown specializes in the study of vulnerability and shame. She argues that emotions cannot be selectively numbed. When we try to dull the edge of our fear, we inadvertently dull our capacity for joy. This attempt to avoid the fear of vulnerability results in numbing the very success we worked for, trapping us in a state of stagnation. Since our brains are hardwired to protect familiar states, lasting change requires us to trick our internal alarm systems. A strict routine deactivates the fight-or-flight response. The fight-or-flight response is a physiological reaction that prepares the body to either confront or flee from a perceived threat. Repetitive, predictable actions signal to your brain that your environment is safe. Making the pursuit of a goal habitual provides the expected outcomes the subconscious mind craves. This allows you to explore new levels of success, while your brain remains convinced you are in a secure, familiar space. Routine provides a psychological safety net. It allows passion to survive and grow without triggering the self-sabotage alarm. Most of us view happiness as a permanent finish line that we eventually cross and inhabit. A more sustainable model is the happiness of excellence. This is the consistent reward derived from meaningful work and the gradual development of emotional resilience. In this model, obstacles serve as the path forward. This follows the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. He observed that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Transforming your life requires taking action before you feel a sense of total readiness. Waiting for a feeling of complete certainty ensures that you will miss the opportunities directly in front of you. Success comes from expanding your tolerance for feeling good, bit by bit. Through consistent practice, an extraordinary life eventually becomes your new, familiar normal.